Augustus. 2,000 years ago, the first and most important emperor of Rome saw a bright future in Portugal. Today, we are going to discover why. The youngest parish in Lisbon has many features to amuse the whole family. From scenic views to high-level cuisine, Parque das Nações is definitely one of the Lisbon wonders. Hop in and let's ride. It's well known that Lisbon has a long history through the ages. But when we look at Parque das Nações, it's hard to imagine that there are historical findings dating from the 2nd BC. Yes, that old. There are archaeological remains of Roman bridges and roads in the area to prove. Augustus wanted to spread his Roman well-pavement roads all over Europe, including Lisbon, which at the time was part of the Roman Empire. He knew that by spreading high-quality roads on his empire, some that still are being used today in many places, he would speed up the growth. Governments and roads, it's a love story. Hello, welcome to Check In. In this video series, I'm going to show you everything about Lisbon and its parishes. After watching this one, you can check all the other videos by clicking our playlist tab here on YouTube. You can also watch, get updates, or new content by following us on Instagram.com/LisbonHouseFinder. So stick with me and enjoy this amazing city. Okay, back on time. In the 12th century, the King Dom Afonso Henriques the Conqueror won a battle over the Moors at the Sacavém Bridge, which is where it's now the Parque das Nações area. This battle was one of the many that helped the Kingdom of Portugal to conquer Lisbon over the Moors at the time. In the 1800s, Dom Pedro II ordered to be built there some gunpowder storage buildings, weaponry factories, and army regiment buildings, making it part of the Lisbon defense plan, virtually connected with Belém Tower by the river. By the end of the 18th century, the Lisbon industrial development spread to this area, making it a place for heavy industry buildings, port traffic, as well turning it in some sort of wasteland for Lisbon city trash. Ew. Another interesting fact of Parque das Nações history is that it used to have a hydroport. Yes, the specific hydroplane Boeing B-314, also known as the Yankee Clipper, was a plane that was christened by Eleanor Roosevelt in Washington and landed in Lisbon in 1939. This started a very popular route between the United States and Europe. The route was used for many Jews running from the World War II. Everything stayed more or less the same until 1998. It's important to remember that the world at this moment was at the verge of a new era. Close to the 2000s, with the new technology of broadband internet, big political and economical changes, Portugal found a good way to enter the brand new era of globalization. In order to show the world its technological innovation power, adaptation to these new times, and its projections to the future, the Portuguese government decided to host a world fair, the 98 Expo. This big event required a big change, the reconstruction of the whole neighborhood. It was a huge job. The plan was to improve the urban structure, create a 5-kilometer riverbank garden, and develop an area of 340 acres. And they did it marvelously. The Expo was a success, bringing more than 10 million visitors to the 5 main pavilions and more than 140 nations welcoming stands. One of the biggest aquariums in the world. the ocean area. That was the birth of Parque das Nações parish. What a debut! Parque das Nações is also known as Oriente due to the train station, or even just as Expo, following the first event. As you get to Parque das Nações, it's easy to spot the difference from the more traditional Lisbon side and architecture that is very present in other parishes. This area is very modern and mostly made of big business buildings. The best way to experience it, in my opinion, is from the center to the edges. The 98th Expo happened in this huge convention center complex. One of the buildings is the Altice Arena, a music stadium that has hosted many big artist events over the years. The other 4 buildings are regular convention warehouses, but don't get fooled by their simple outside aspect. They are very modern constructions and have a great support system to host big events like the World Youth Day in 2023, which brought more than 600,000 pilgrims to the city. This convention complex follows the river line, but there's a restaurant area and an amazing garden between them and the river. The restaurant complex is a great call to choose your favorite food or drink style, have a seat by the river and just enjoy. As simple as that. The Garden Garcia de Horta. It's an amazing greenish area with a long straight walking path, many musical and interactive pieces, sculptures, fountains, benches, and playground areas for the kids. A delight in the sunny days. At the end of the garden, you will find the Vasco da Gama Tower. This 140 meters building is the highest in Portugal. At the top of it, there's a Michelin star restaurant and a 360 view rooftop bar. Interesting, huh? When you come back down from the skyscraper, at the north edge of the convention center is the cable car station. This air ride will give you a nice view of the most interesting parts of the parish, and you can also have a glimpse of the bay on the other side of the river, a panoramic view of the Vasco da Gama Bridge, and you can even leave the ride in the middle to land at the Oceanarium area. The Oceanarium of Lisbon is one of the biggest in the world. It's definitely the most interesting attraction of the parish nowadays. With a great design, the aquarium has more than 20,000 sea creatures and a very special place for the dangerous sharks. This is the first aquarium to put together all the world's ocean's habitats in just one place. The giant main tank emerges from the river and can be seen by all the different levels of the building. A must-visit place, for sure. Right by the Oceanarium, you will find the Knowledge Pavilion, which is another great attraction in the parish. This one is more focused on the kids, but adults will have a lot of fun as well, visiting this interesting science-driven center. Speaking of the adults, Parque das Nações has many features that are focused on them. Great cuisine along the main avenue, a mall full of options for the shoppers, 5-star hotels, spas, well-being clinics, and the main adult attraction, casino. You can enjoy family activities, relax, and even gamble. Are you feeling lucky today? Before we wrap this exploration, I will quickly tell you what you can find in other areas of the parish. In the center is the Orient Station, a great transportation hub that will have an exclusive video to be described in depth. Stay tuned. At north, there is the Tagus Gardens and the access to the Vasco da Gama Bridge, which is the longest bridge in European Union, 12.3 kilometers. At south, the Parque das Nações Marina, which is a nice place for boat lovers. A lot to cover, right? But it's definitely good to be here surrounded by all of this. The number of residences in this parish is proportionally smaller when compared to others. This is because the parish is mostly focused on business and leisure. This makes the price of housing more expensive as well. Keep in mind that Parque das Nações is on the edge of the city, so the commute to the center of Lisbon might take some time, even with less traffic and a great transportation system that the parish offers. The modern look of the parish, the business aesthetic, the riverline attractions, safety, and the scenic views are definitely the main features of this outstanding parish. Is that much good? Grab your nice Panama hat and a good book, sit in one of the restaurants by the river and order fish for lunch. Walk the lunch away by the river garden, try your luck in the casino, and maybe you'll find a good company for a high-level dinner on the rooftop. The Expo is here for you. Now that we know everything about this futuristic dream place, it's time for me to fly away and land in another parish. Thank you for being part of this journey. Portugal is waiting when you check in.